Google. Let's go get them again.
What's going on, fragrance family? Welcome to another unboxing and first impression on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Diesel and their line of Only the Brave. This one called Only the Brave Tattoo. Now the brand of Diesel was hot when it first started on YouTube in 2009. Fuel for Life was hyped. It was huge. So was Only the Brave, the original. I preferred this one right here, Fuel for Life. If you haven't smelt this one, synthetic, yes, but an excellent designer release that got lost over the years. No one's talking about Fuel for Life, but I love it. But the brand, during those years, did really well in the fragrance game. I believe once they released a fragrance called Bad, it just went bad for them. It was a jean company in the men's aisle that actually did really well in the fragrance aisle, and then they lost their ways. You know, Only the Brave was hyped. People loved it. I wasn't a big fan, but Fuel for Life was also hyped. They did a couple flankers. It was a solid release. So I own a few Only the Brave scents in my collection, namely, of course, the original Only the Brave, just because off the hype, I had to smell it and own a bottle. I didn't like it so much. And then I had a flanker. I do have a flanker of Only the Brave Wild, which has a coconut note, which really intrigued me. So I blind bought that. I think it's a decent release, nothing crazy. But since I didn't like the DNA of Only the Brave, I never really sought out any of the flankers. I'm missing several of them. This one right here is purely a collection piece for me to add. It was, again, I'm still in my unboxings of Shoppers Drug Mart 1999 Canadian rack. Stickers right here, the back of it. Once I see fragrances, of course I'm not going to pay full retail on some of these releases that I've been unboxing, but for 20 bucks, it's something that, you know what, I got a couple Only the Braves, why not add another one? I did complete a samples on this way back in 2018. It's been a while. I wasn't really impressed with it, but we'll see now that it's in my collection. I'll have more time with it. So this isn't a true first impression, but honestly, I forgot what this brought to the table, to be quite honest. And it's going to be a good refresher for all of us if you're interested in these releases. I think personally, this Only the Brave line is more for teens and people just starting their collection, and they do want some cheapies that they could probably find at discounters. These are the type of fragrances I like to delve into and find out if you may get a little gem here and there. So let's get to unboxing this one. It is a 2012 release, so it's not a new release at all. But let's delve into it. And I think this was a tester, to be quite honest, because I'm seeing that the box, it feels like somebody played around with box. So again, this is a smaller, what is this one? Oh, it's a 35. I've never seen Only the Brave for 35 mils. So there you go. I'm learning something new. It's much smaller than the other two that I own over there, but it will do for 35 mils. I can't really smell it off the atomizer, but let's get to sniffing. Let's smell Only the Brave Tattoo. And off the top, it does have this synthetic, sweet, fruity nuance with a spicy blast to it. Think of like a Paco Rabanne Black Excess for the younger crowd, definitely. For a starter, it has the apple notes, okay. It has some sweetness to it. It has a hint of pepper in here. It does have a synthetic woody tobacco base. Nice spice actually in this one. It has a little bit of a kick. I think personally is better than the original. I need to reference my original. It's been a while since I wore that as my scent of the day because I don't like it. This one's okay. Good for the younger crowd, like I said. Good for a starter if you're getting into the game or trying to get a collection started, and you find this for, you know, under 20, I think would be a good price for this. Like retail, you know, this was probably selling for around $90 retail, not so much anymore. It's been gone for a while. But if you can find this for under 20 bucks, maybe not bad. Oh, there's that tobacco coming in. And again, it's not the best tobacco in the game. There's some sweetness, apple there, but yeah, solid introduction to a fragrance. I think it's a solid introduction fragrance for somebody. Yeah, Diesel, Only the Brave Tattoo, just a definitely a bargain bin fragrance. You can do worse in the bargain bin. You could do better. You could find some gems. I don't think this particularly is a gem, but I think this is a solid release from the brand. I think you could do worse in the Diesel aisle, definitely, but you could definitely do better. If you find this one, and probably you won't, but in the bargain bin versus this, Only the Brave Flankers, I would go with the Fuel for Life. I absolutely love that one. So there's my thoughts on Diesel, Only the Brave Tattoo, my first impression, little rabbit ears, on this release. It's an okay release, and it's 4 starters out there. So now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. What do you think about this release if you have smelt it? And as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube.